outside traditional media that allowed us to directly share our Trojan football programming and messaging with the fans. We created the USC Rip Sit blog that was, at the time, a forerunner and trendsetter. Not long after that, Ben got my attention with the suggestion of another new mode we might consider experimenting with: Twitter. 2 million plus, and still counting, followers later, it's obvious that again Ben was ahead of the curve. Throughout our time together, Ben has demonstrated unmatched dedication, loyalty, innovation, and friendship. In 2010, when I came to the Seattle Seahawks, I asked Ben to come with me and continue our work. His creativity and innovation are evident every day in all that we do here in Seattle. These last 11-plus years together at USC and the Seahawks have been full of great challenges, thrills, and excitement. We have crossed paths with so many extraordinary people, from players and coaches to administrators, fans, celebrities, and statesmen. Former Heisman Trophy winners and future Hall of Famers have all left their marks on an unforgettable run. Throughout all the savored victories and heartbreaking defeats, there has been no one person who has been more integrally involved with and contributed more to my work than Ben. Pete Carroll. Introduction. Super Bowl Stunner. The Super Bowl was on the line, and I had a feeling I would remember the next 30 seconds for the rest of my life. My eyes were on my boss, Seattle Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll, frantically pacing in front of me, chewing a wad of pink bubble gum. Even in the incredible noise of the crowd, I could almost hear Coach's brain whirring. As far as what he was thinking, no one really knew, which was what made Coach Carroll, well, Coach Carroll. As his special assistant for the previous 7 seasons at that point, my job at the end of every game was to craft a bullet-point outline for his post-game speech, and I was already formulating how the key themes would lay out, since it seemed obvious the Seattle Seahawks were on their way to a second straight Super Bowl win. Down by 4 points, second down on the 1-yard line, and 26 seconds to go, we simply needed to advance the ball a distance I could easily cover with one giant step to secure the game-clinching touchdown and claim back-to-back championships. Typically, I would have been in the locker room by now, roughing out Coach's speech, but there was no way I was going to miss the end of Super Bowl 49 and the chance to celebrate as the navy and neon green confetti rained down to blanket the field, exactly what we had experienced just 1 year earlier at Super Bowl 48. Every person in University of Phoenix Stadium on that cool February night had risen to their feet as the anticipation quickly built to a crescendo, the sound of the crowd a near-deafening roar, a cacophony. Circling the field was a sea of media personalities, security personnel, and photographers jockeying for position to get the perfect shot when we crossed the goal line and won the game. With my journalism background, I had been trained to always anticipate the ending of a story before it happened, so I could get a head start on writing it. The storylines of this particular post-game speech were going to be magical. The defending champion Seahawks had won 8 consecutive games to reach Super Bowl 49 and now stood on the precipice of history. Winning one Super Bowl is an incredible achievement, but winning back-to-back Super Bowls is nearly impossible. Only 7 teams have ever done it in the history of the game. At that time, we were moments from stepping into the pages of the NFL record books, and the weight of that was monumental. Coach Carroll knew what the Patriots were expecting. In fact, the whole world knew where the ball was going, right into the hands of running back Marshawn Lynch. Why not? The Seahawks had been the most efficient rushing team in the NFL for 5 straight seasons, and up to that point in the game, Lynch had run the ball 24 times and gained at least 1 yard on 22 of those carries. It was a no-brainer, right? I watched the orange fluorescent numbers on the scoreboard clock steadily tick down with less than 30 seconds to go. The pressure building in my head from the anticipation was bordering on painful. Snap the ball already and take it in. Let's go. I had no doubt as to the outcome. I simply wanted to get it over with so we would be Super Bowl champs once again.